Hi, this is Mike Brown, owner of Death Wish Coffee Company. Welcome to Fueled by Deathcast.
I love Jeff, but sweet and hot. Whoop, Mr. Motorama coffee spot.
Death Wish Coffee presents Fueled by Deathcast, the world's strongest podcast. With your hosts, the incredible Jeff and the amazing D-Man.
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to another Fueled by Death show. It is companion show to episode 74 of the podcast, and we are so happy to see all you here again.
Wait, where do you see them?
They're in there. They're right in there. Hi. You can kind of see them.
Oh yeah, I think I see somebody.
I do want to get this out of the way. I'm sad that you're feeling under the weather, D-Man, but it happens to us upstate New Yorkers this time of year.
It does. You know, the extreme weather changes make issues for all of us, for sure. And if upstate New York is known for one thing, it's extreme weather changes. I mean, it's, 70 today? It'll be 30 tomorrow. Who knows, man? It's crazy out here.
We're all dealing with it. I'll probably be following suit. I'll probably get sick a little bit after you. But,
yeah, especially since, you know,
we're in close quarters
we kiss
right now.
so much.
Yeah, we do kiss so much. But if you guys are tuning in for the first time in the show, then here's the deal. All you got to do is share this feed if you're watching it live on Facebook right now. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, this is already over. But if you're watching it live on Facebook, share this feed and just drop a comment during the show. Just comment about anything. You know, what we're talking about, something that you want to see on the show, and we'll pick one of those comments at the end of the episode, and you'll win this mug. And this week, it's the 2018 Hammer.
I give it the kiss, but it'd be the kiss of death right now.
I'll do it.
Ooh, it got sloppy.
Yeah, it was a sloppy one.
It was a wet one. I'm glad you kissed the bottom.
But yeah, what's really great, this is our all year round mug. You guys have been loving this mug so much that we literally sold out for a minute there.
Yeah, it was almost a couple weeks where we didn't have any, and it took a little bit for Deneen to restock us. But, you know, they're back in stock now, and I had to talk with Deneen, let them know that you guys are loving our mugs so much. It's hard to keep them in stock, so they're making them even faster now. So hopefully they'll stay right there for you to buy, but you can get this one for free.
Yeah, it's that easy. Just share this feed all while you're watching it. Drop a comment. We'll pick one lucky winner at the end. And we do it every single week, so make sure you keep coming back and checking us out every week.
And we couldn't have a show without thanking Brock Powell himself.
BrockVox.com, everybody.
He's up to so many amazing things. He's one of the most motivated voice actors of our time. I can't wait to see what this guy does.
Yeah, he's doing so much cool stuff this year. Follow him on social media at BrockVox, wherever he is. Because, like I said, he's on a couple different Disney shows now. He does a lot of voice acting for video games and toys, and he's going to be doing some fun stuff for us throughout the year, and we just love Brock to death, so, you know, go follow him. And speaking of following people, we didn't even say who we were. I am the incredible Jeff.
I'm the very sick D-Man right now.
That's the amazing D-Man. And it's very easy to follow us on social media, especially on Instagram. If you follow this guy on Instagram, you'll get a lot of secrets about what's going on at Death Wish Coffee. But I am at Jeff Wish Coffee.
And I am at Death Wish Dustin.
It's that easy.
Secret code unlocked. Discount of death.
This week, if you type in the secret discount code, Punk Jeff,
PUNK,
that will nail you 15% off of the Death Wish t-shirt. Now, these are American-made and very beautiful, very awesome. Those are available on our site, deathwishcoffee.com. And if you type in Punk until May 23rd, you'll get 15% off of this shirt.
Yeah, I love this shirt. I wear it all the time, and we came out. If you've been a fan of the company over the years, you've seen us do a couple different styles of shirts, and we came out with one before this one where the logo was more centered. You know, it was like kind of like smaller.
That one does not fit me well.
It fits me well. I like it. But I love this one because it's just like you damn well know I like Death Wish Coffee if I'm wearing this shirt.
Yeah, and the fabric is nice and soft.
Yeah.
And these shirts fit me perfectly.
Yes, yeah. So 15% off all week long. All you got to do is type in punk at checkout.
Science!
Okay, D-Man. So science this week. Pretty fun one. I just want to say there has been a lot of cool science news this week, and if you didn't catch NASA's live press conference this week, you can go back over and check that out. This isn't our science segment, but I thought it was worth mentioning. The Galileo spacecraft that was going around Jupiter and its moons in the early 2000s, we're still poring over all that data, and they announced this week that it is confirmed that the moon Europa is actually shooting jets of water into space. So we're thinking about
Squirting, huh?
Yeah. So we're thinking about sending more probes there to look for life because underneath the surface, it's of an icy surface, but underneath that surface is probably a full ocean, and it could have some sort of
Wow.
microbial life or something like that.
Oh, no shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So really, really neat. But the one thing I really wanted to talk about this week, which I thought was so cool when I was reading this article, is we're sending a helicopter to Mars.
That's so weird. Why don't we just call that a drone?
It technically is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But it works like a helicopter, and
I guess it looks more like a helicopter than a drone.
yeah. The project was started in 2013. And it's went through rigorous testing and redesign over the last 4 years, and it will be part of the Mars 2020 rover. So when we launch the rover, I almost sneezed right there. When we launch the rover on Mars, this is going to be a little part of it that's actually going to deploy off of it, like a transformer kind of
Weird,
thing.
yeah.
Super, super cool. The helicopter itself only weighs a mere 1.8 kilograms, and it is about the size of a softball. The helicopter blades themselves will spin at 3,000 RPMs. Now, thanks to the Martian atmosphere, that's 10 times what a helicopter blades spin on Earth.
Oh, I see. So there's less friction in the air,
Right.
so the helicopter blades can spin faster.
Right.
That
this
makes
is
sense.
also going to contain solar panels to recharge its ion batteries, and it's also going to have an internal heating system because it gets very, very cold at night on the surface of Mars.
Yeah.
So this will allow the electronics to stay warm and not break down. Basically, this is unprecedented. We've never done anything like this, and if it works, we're going to do a lot more of it.
I mean, we're going to see a lot more of Mars. We're going to be able to see it faster, and I'm sure the pictures from this thing are going to be even higher quality. than
Oh,
we're used to.
totally. Dr. Thomas Zuberchin, the associate administrator for NASA's science mission at the headquarters in Washington, actually said, exploring the red planet with NASA's Mars helicopter exemplifies a successful marriage of science and technology innovation and is a unique opportunity to advance Mars exploration for the future. And that's what's so exciting about this. What's incredible, though, is they had to redesign what a helicopter actually is. Because a helicopter on Earth, the record for a helicopter flying in the atmosphere is 40,000 feet. Okay?
Yep.
That's as high as we've been. Because any higher, the blades stop really working and you're going to die.
Yeah, that's about 8 miles high.
Right. In the Martian atmosphere is only 1% of our atmosphere. So when the helicopter is on the surface of Mars, it is already at 100,000 feet.
Oh, weird.
It not actually.
So
but-
they
but
had to completely, redesign what that makes sense.
what a helicopter can actually do, which is
Yeah.
really cool. And the main thing about this is if it doesn't work, it's not detrimental to the Mars 2020 rover project. This is just an added bonus.
Oh, that's cool.
So if it doesn't work, we learn what didn't work, and we hopefully make a new one and send a new one out at some point. But if it does work, like you said, the data we are going to get from it is going to be incredible.
How long before one of these things we're shooting on planets gets taken out by something. We don't know what
Right.
it is. That's how every sci-fi movie starts, right?
Exactly.
The rover was taken out. We don't know what it was, and here's the last footage scene, and you just see a claw come up and then static.
Yeah. The project manager of this Mars helicopter project, Dr. Mimi Ong, said, "We don't have a pilot, and Earth will be several light minutes away, so there is no way to joystick this mission in real time. Instead, we have an autonomous capability that will be able to receive and interpret commands from the ground and then fly the mission on its own."
Weird. So you're giving it basic instructions, and then it interprets it from there, kind of thing.
Correct. It's really, really interesting. And NASA released a short little video detailing a little bit more about this incredibly cool project of sending a helicopter to Mars. How do I get a job working for NASA and making cool product videos like that?
I feel like that was like an Acura commercial, right? It like pulled up at the end, was like, ugh, helicopter.
It's so interesting. And again, if this works, we're going to see over ridges and over craters and over mountains that our rovers that we've sent there have yet to ever go to. And it's not going to be able to fly forever. It's going to do short, controlled flights from here and there, and then have to recharge its batteries and stuff. But it should have the same amount of lifespan as the Mars 2020 rover. So if it works, we'll be utilizing this for the years to come.
That's so cool.
Very, very, very cool. Okay, guys, so here is our brand new segment titled Death Star of the Week, thanks to one of you out there. This is our brand new Community Spotlight segment. We're going to have new graphics for this. I got Brock working on a new bump for it, which is going to be fun. And those will roll out as we get. But we didn't want to waste any time getting into the meat of this new segment.
Oh, do you think Brock can do a Darth Vader voice?
Of course he can. He's done most of the Star Wars characters for various toy companies. Yeah, so we're gonna have some fun.
Perfect.
We're gonna have some fun with the bump for this.
Perfect.
But each week, Sierra and I are gonna talk to one of the incredible community members out there who just are our ambassadors of Death Wish Coffee. You guys out there, the ones who are really making this company the best that it is. And some of the ones that I'm gonna start with are the people who have been with this company longer than me.
The OGs.
Longer than you.
Yeah,
I mean, these people are the OGs. And there's nobody else to start with than Gail Dunmyer. And if you're not a fan, if you're not a member of the official Death Wish Coffee Company community page on Facebook, then you should get on it, and then you'll definitely know who Gail is. And if you don't know who Gail is, you're going to get to meet her right here. Okay.
Cool.
So let's start off. I want to know, Gail, what's your 9 to 5?
My 9 to 5, wow, well, there is no 9 to 5 with me.
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah.
Basically, I've been in the EMS field for like something like 38 years. Doing different types of jobs like helicopter, ambulance, emergency department. I was in there for about 25 years.
Wow.
And for my retirement job, I thought I would take advantage of the EMS coordinator position at my local hospital, and I'm the liaison over 6 different EMS counties. So we have a lot of fun. The guys are great. They're great to hang out with. They have great stories to tell. They love Death Wish. I'm involved with their education, so we serve Death Wish coffee at all of their education that we have with them. And basically, it's kind of what you would typically find in an EMS environment.
Yeah. And I know you do a lot of charity work as well.
Yes, I do. So I have been involved in various different charities. You know, you've probably seen me last year with Ricky's Ride, and some of it today, some of it this year. Also, for 5 years, I belonged to Warriors and Quiet Waters. We recently changed the name to. We recently changed the name of Warriors and Quiet Waters to Fishing with Warriors, because there is another chapter out in Montana that shares the same name. So basically what that is about, we've done that for about 5 years, and we basically take traumatically injured active servicemen. They haven't been released from their medical battalions yet, and as part of their therapy and treatment, we take them out in the Gulf of Mexico for some therapeutic fishing. It's had a tremendous impact on their future and their lives. Some of them have even been able to talk about their injuries, which is very rare. Then we return them back to either Fort Benning or Fort Leonard Wood. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Leonard Wood. We take them back to Fort Leonard Wood, but so it's been really a very inspirational type of charity to belong to. And we've done that for about 5 years, and then we recently donated the funding that we raised with Fishing with Warriors. We donated it to, just recently in the month of February, we donated it to Honor Flight. So that's my other charity that I'm involved with. Honor Flight is really great. It's a lot of people have heard of Honor Flight because it's national.
Yeah.
And next Saturday, I get to fly with Honor Flight.
Whoa.
And I'm really excited to do that. I fly with a World War II veteran, and you're basically up for like 20 hours. We get up at 3, the plane departs the airport at 7, and we literally push the veteran around. We don't let them walk. And we take 72 on a jet. Each one has a guardian, and I'm a guardian. And it's fully accommodated with a physician and all the medical resuscitation and treatment equipment. We take everything on the plane, and it's put on by the local ambulance service where I work with here at Leon County in Tallahassee, Florida, and they are the host. And they're responsible for the fundraising and getting it together and putting it together. And so I get to do that this Saturday. I'm very excited to do that.
That's so cool. And there's so few World War II veterans now.
Yeah, there are over 500 die a day. And this is my 6th annual trip since they first started here in Tallahassee. And we were completely full with World War II veterans 6 years ago. And every year it's less and less. We only have a few going this year. The rest are Korean War veterans. So pretty soon we won't have any World War II veterans. My mom is a World War II Army nurse. So we're trying to talk her into going, and maybe I could be her guardian.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Is that part of what inspired you to be a part of all of this?
My parents were definitely a big impact on my life. They've spent a lot of their years. They were both in World War II. They both served World War II. And they both dedicated a lot of their years of their life helping other organizations and different people. So they've definitely had a big impact on my life.
Nice.
So yes. And they also love to travel, so I kind of caught that bug from them as well. I love to travel.
It's funny, when you describe your parents, I feel like you're pretty much describing who you are now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my mom's 91, so yeah. I find myself doing exactly what my parents do.
That's amazing.
Some of it, I thought I wasn't going to be doing that, but I am. We all become our parents and our grandparents, so look for that.
You also mentioned how you've helped out with Ricky's Ride, and I know Ricky's out there riding around right now. Is he coming your way this year at all?
He's not coming to Tallahassee that I know of. He is coming to Florida, but Florida's a huge state, but I do hope that I can meet up with him. So that's possible. His route does change as he does have some destinations that he goes to, but it kind of changes. But I hope to meet up with him. I may have to travel to another part of Florida to do that, though, but I hope so.
That's why we love talking with you, Gail, because not only have you been a fan of this company for so long, your life intersects with so many people that also are fans of this company and that work with this company. And I have to bring this up. You met Ming Chen.
I did. I know, that was so much fun.
And that was amazing because you posted a photo saying that you were cosplaying as me.
I know, it was just great. I had so much fun doing that. It wasn't hard to do. I mean, I had a lot. My mother plays the violin, so I thought, well, I got my prop. So we had a lot of fun doing that, and I didn't realize that you were going to see it and pick up on it, but it was a lot of fun to play you. I think I've only missed maybe one live podcast. I love you and Dustin. It's just a great broadcast that you do. I love science, and so I had to go as you. You're my hero.
Aw, thank you so much. Well, every time I see Ming, he always brings you up and says how incredible it was to meet you.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really a cool day.
So speaking of Death Wish Coffee, I gotta know, when was the first time you heard about Death Wish Coffee? How did you hear about the company?
Well, I actually heard about it from my local EMS guys. And believe it or not, this was like in around 2014 or so. It was quite a while back. And I'm a firm believer in health and taking good care of your body, and what you put in your body is probably the most important thing you can ever do. I know exercise is important, but it's putting good things and good nutrients in your body is very important. So I really did. I get migraines occasionally, as you know. My job, it can be stressful. So I didn't want to take caffeine pills and medications that are treated for a condition like that. So one day I was just like Googling, and I wanted to know which coffee out there had the strongest caffeine content, not full Death Wish Coffee, world's strongest coffee, and I thought I got to try that. So I went ahead and bought my first bag, and I tell you what, I haven't been able to drink anything else. There's different coffees that I try, and it may be my afternoon coffee, but you know how we are about change. Nobody likes change. Change, it's inevitable, change, but I like the reliability, the dependability that Death Wish gives me for that first morning cup of coffee. It's the best. And that is what I drink, Valhalla Java or Death Wish every morning for several years.
Awesome. What's your brewing method? People want to know.
Okay, well, I've tried everything, and I still keep everything. I have a French press and a mocha pot, and I like all the different types of coffee. You can get different flavors, brewing it differently, and I like to experiment when I'm on vacation or later in the afternoon. But the only way I drink coffee in the morning for my first cup is pour over Chemex. That is my favorite.
That's dedication. Every morning?
It is. I don't care how late I am. We run out of the house, in our underwear. I remember the pajamas episode. Do you run out of your house in your pajamas? No. You take the time to get dressed. Well, I take the time to make a wonderful brewed cup of pour over Chemex coffee every morning. I don't care if I'm late.
I really got to get my own Chemex.
It is it is, once you get into the habit of doing it, it's like a nice morning ritual. Kind of like quiets your mind.
And I don't even have an electric grinder because it is a ritual. That's a good point, Sierra. I grind every morning. If I have a for honor flight, when I get up at 3, I will grind the night before. But for the most part, I like and enjoy grinding my coffee. It's my personal time for myself, and I love it.
That's awesome. Another thing that might be well known about you or not, you are a mug lifer, as you all call yourselves. And you have I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, a complete collection of Death Wish Coffee mugs.
I do have a complete collection. I started early. I was able to pick up some other mugs that I didn't have. Some mugs were gifted to me. But yes, I have a complete collection. in the house I'm at the house right now. I came home for lunch, and it's on my death tree. Maybe I'll send you a picture to put on the cast if you want.
Please do.
Yeah, so when you have a tree, a Death Wishmas tree.
Yes, I
filled
do.
With your entire collection of mugs. When did you start building your Death Wishmas tree?
My Death Wishmas tree, my husband built it out of wood. I gave him a little tiny thumbnail picture in Pinterest and said, build this. And he said, okay. And he did a great job, and he built it, and it was 2015.
Okay. I love seeing that every year.
Okay.
I love seeing everybody's collection and stuff. And I know you've collected all sorts of mugs outside of Death Wish and everything. You have this extensive collection. I gotta ask, and this is not a Death Wish related question. It doesn't have to be. What is your favorite mug in your collection?
Well, there's a collection, and then there's a favorite mug. And there's a favorite mug in the collection, and then there's a favorite mug that's not part of the collection.
Okay.
So, part one or part two? Part one is that my father and I, before he passed away, we took a last trip that he would ever go on. It was like a father-daughter trip, and it was 20 years ago. And it started my passion to start collecting coffee mugs. So I've been collecting coffee mugs for a long time. And he bought me a mug on a camping trip that we went to out in Arizona. And I keep that one, and that's my favorite mug that I've ever received that's not Death Wish related.
Awesome.
And then Death Wish related, well, of course, my favorite mug is a lot of the fans, when we were a little bit of a smaller base before the Super Bowl commercial aired, a lot of the fans really worked really hard, and really we were behind Michael Brown for Death Wish Coffee Company to win the Inuit QuickBooks, I believe, Super Bowl competition for the commercial, and to win that business, that small business. And a lot of us worked really hard. I mean, I had skydivers jump out of planes, and I did all types of things to really promote for this wonderful commercial that was coming out, and for him to win that small business award. So a lot of us worked hard, and one day after the Super Bowl commercial aired in February of 2016, I believe. Do I got that year right?
Yep,
because they
you're right.
kind of blur together after.
Oh, I know, I know.
So a beautiful mug showed up at my door, and it was we call it the Beast, and several other fans received it as well. It was a personal gift from Mike Brown with my name engraved on it, and so I have to say that that's my favorite Death Wish.
Absolutely.
That's
mug.
awesome.
So
speaking of the community, and you guys are the reason why we went to the Super Bowl and why we are the company we are today, and we love input from the community. So another question I gotta ask is there anything that we haven't done yet that you want us to do? And I'm talking merchandise or maybe a mug idea. Is there anything that it is in your head that you'd like to see us do?
well, you made just about everything except for underwear, it seems. You could make boxers, you could make underwear, since we haven't gone to that area yet, but mittens, I think mittens, down here in North Florida where I live, it kind of gets cold, not as cold as upper state New York, in your area where you probably have like triple lined leather gloves, but mittens would be great. And you guys have always been pretty good about picking out things for the fans, and we'll take anything. So really, you guys are the experts, but mittens would be nice.
Mittens, all right. Maybe a matching mittens and boxers set.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. I want that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That's awesome. I can't thank you enough for taking time to talk to us, Gail. This was so much fun.
Thank you. It's been such an honor. I was so tickled when you called and said you wanted to do this and for the community, and I think it'll give us a great spurt on our fan page. It'll give all the fans something to look forward to, and I think it's an honor, and I'm just so very pleased that you asked of me to do this.
Yeah, I mean, you've been with Death Wish longer than me or Jeff, so when we come onto this team, like, we learn from you guys, and you all set the bar, so we've learned a lot from you.
That's very nice of you. You're our heroes. Sierra, ever since the first day you were hired on, I've been a follower of you. One of my favorites.
Same.
And I was hoping to see somebody parading in the background. You know, I have birds back here, but, you know, I was hoping that I'd see, you know, maybe
Like a fawn.
Fawn or Dustin or somebody floating through there, but that's okay. We'll catch them. I'll make the trip up.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Again, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you for taking the time to call, and I can't wait to catch this and see everybody on the page.
Yes.
Happy birthday! Surprise! I'm naked.
All right, so this week we got some fun birthdays. Actually got a couple people on the list who have some stage names instead of their real names.
Oh, look at that.
And we'll get to that as we get there. First up, though, on Thursday, May 17th, rocker Josh Homme is going to be 45 years old.
My homie Homme.
Yeah,
Love
Josh
that guy.
Homme from obviously Queens of the Stone Age, also Them Crooked Vultures, Caius, Eagles of Death Metal. This guy just doesn't stop moving.
He literally, and on top of that, he has already died. He died on the operating table during leg surgery, but the dude doesn't stop moving.
And that was the theme behind not the newest album of Queens of the Stone Age, but the last one, like
Clockwork, yeah.
He had a lot of material on that. He's also best friends with Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters. In fact, Dave Grohl has lent his drumming capabilities to many Queens of the Stone Age albums, and vice versa. Josh has lent some of his musical talents to Foo Fighters records, and they both were in Them Crooked Vultures. It's some rock and roll royalty right there.
Yeah, seriously.
Josh Homme did get into a little trouble last year for kicking a photographer.
Yeah.
Which
how do you feel how the apology was handled?
I think it's handled as well as it could be, but there's no apology in a situation like that.
Right.
He done fucked up. You don't do that. I know you're trying to be a rock star on stage, and you're trying to, you know, whatever he was trying to do was the wrong move.
The dude gets down on inebriants. You know,
he definitely does.
He was probably drunk.
Yeah.
He was definitely high.
Yep. But hell, I feel terrible for the photographer who got kicked, but, you know, he is the embodiment of rock and roll, and that sucks. And he did apologize for it. But again, there should be no apology because you should never do something.
Yeah.
But still love Queens of the Stone Age.
Still love Josh Homme.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Great band. On Friday, May 18th, very funny woman, Tina Fey, is going to be 48 years old, and she's one of the ones, her real name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth Stamatina Fey is her name, and she became Tina Fey for getting on stage, and she was a featured player in, you know, a lot of different not stand-up,
sitcoms.
Nope. Sketch comedy troops. That's the
okay.
one I'm looking for, and that led her to being not only on SNL but the first ever woman head writer of SNL.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
And so funny. Her whole body of work, all the stuff she did with Amy Poehler on SNL. She wrote and starred in the movie Mean Girls. And
I didn't know she wrote Mean Girls.
Oh yeah, it's so funny.
Wow.
And she also, if you guys are a fan of David Letterman, he has a brand new show on Netflix called I think my next
How is
guest.
that?
It's all right, but she's the newest one. It's very, very good. They have a good rapport. And but one of my favorite roles of hers, obviously, and she used her real name as it, was when she was Liz Lemon on 30 Rock. Love that show. I've watched it completely through a couple times because it's super funny. I know it's not your cup of tea, but
no, I've watched 30 Rock a few times.
Yeah.
Made me giggle.
yeah.
I was giving you this look because Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah.
It's in everything.
It's in everything. Speaking of Star Wars, Saturday, May 19th, Peter Mayhew is going to be 74 years old. There he is with the late Carrie Fisher. And if you don't know who Peter Mayhew is, yes, he is Chewbacca. That's him.
Did he shave?
Yes, he did shave. Unfortunately, his health has been deteriorating over the last few years, and he is most of the time confined to a wheelchair, and he hasn't been able to really reprise the role. But in The Force Awakens, he did reprise his role, even though another actor did play most of the Chewbacca stuff that was in that movie. The two sequences, one when they first are in the cockpit and Chewie goes to start the Millennium Falcon again with the new characters, and also when him and Han Solo walk onto the Millennium Falcon for the first time and Han Solo says, Chewie, we're home. Both those instances, it is Peter Mayhew in the suit, so it was pretty cool.
That's really cool because they didn't have to do that.
No.
That didn't add anything to the movie.
No.
It's just paying respects to the Star Wars gods and just keeping it authentic. That's really cool. I'm actually very down with that.
In the brand new movie that's coming out very soon, Solo, a Star Wars story all about the early adventures of Han Solo, where he's going to meet Chewbacca. Obviously, Peter Mayhew is not Chewbacca in that movie, but he was on hand on set to give the new actor a lot of pointers and a lot of tips about the character, which is very, very cool.
Now here you're going to say, but not. You got to keep it a higher register for this one to give it the real feel.
Finally, on Wednesday, May 23rd, badass Melissa McBride is going to be 53 years old. And if you don't know why I'm saying badass, you're probably not watching The Walking Dead. She plays Carol on The Walking Dead. And, I mean, the most badass.
I love that. She's straight up like the most deadly, the most cold-hearted character in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
As far as, you know, what do I want to say? On the positive side, she's not an evil villain, but she's cold and she's a killer.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, she pretends to be this dawdly old motherly lady. She's like, oh, yeah, let me bake a pie and then murder some zombies.
And she does both sides of it so well. What an incredible actress. And I was actually recently told by someone who is close to her that when she arrives on set or she's got to go, you know, do various cons or stuff like that, she always arrives with her trusty Death Wish Coffee Clean Canteen, and I think that's pretty rad.
I wonder how she got that, Jeff.
Probably from us.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. But so happy birthday to all of them.
The Fueled by Death guest.
All right, this week we had the honor and the privilege to talk to iconic musician Steve Diggle of the seminal punk band Buzzcocks. He was on the recent Flogging Molly Salty Dog Cruise along with the band Buzzcocks, and we got to sit down and talk to him about his career spanning with that band, also his solo career, everything in between. What an incredible experience.
I will always think of Steve Diggle when I drink a jalapeno mojito.
Oh, yeah.
I will always be in search for that jalapeno mojito.
I know.
I'll be chasing that dragon from this day on.
Yes.
Because of Steve Diggle. I love this guy.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing to sit down and talk with him. And we talk about, you know, what it's like to continue playing with this band today, where the Buzzcocks are still playing 80+ shows a year.
That's insane, man.
Which is incredible.
They love what they do, and he talks a lot about that, and it's really, really incredible.
But we bring it all the way back to the 70s when they started out, and DIY, do-it-yourself, wasn't even a thing. That wasn't even a term.
It wasn't even an option.
Yeah, and Buzzcocks, they're the ones who really championed that. And that first record, they basically did themselves in a basement, and it blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was incredible and totally kickstarted the whole punk scene along with everybody else that was happening at the time, like Sex Pistols and Black Flag and all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, holy crap. Just the fire that just went across the world that was punk rock in the late 70s and early 80s.
And his mentality, the Buzzcocks mentality, is totally in alignment with Death Wish.
Yes.
That whole middle finger to the middle of the road. These guys step off the beaten path very often, just like us, and I think that's why I love them so much.
Yeah.
So cool, man.
So here's a sneak peek of tomorrow's brand new episode with Steve Diggle of the Buzzcocks from the Salty Dog Cruise. Here you go.
But, I was like 20 years old, and I thought, fuck, remember when, bands had 3-minute songs and people like The Who smashed their equipment and told people to fuck off,
Yeah.
And that sort of disappeared, So it was like you need some excitement in your life. So that's how we got back to like the shorter songs, bit of energy, and also singing about stuff, that was relevant to us and the human condition. I mean, we connected in a lot of ways with people that, I feel like that too, or I've had that and all that, rather than singing about mushrooms in the sky and stuff. And it's like, fuck, I got to pay my bills too. And, and my life's fucking shit, so let's celebrate it, all kinds of things. And, there's heavier themes with Buzzcocks as well, with the lyrics and and the songs and the music and all that. So that was the importance of it, really. It was like trying to do music that was like I say, relevant to you and had some preciousness and passion and all the kind of things,
Was it tough to navigate the music industry at that point because there was all of this progressive rock at the time and you guys were, coming out there and being as real as possible? Like, was it tough to navigate during those times?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we made our first demo, and really we set out to make the most uncommercial music possible.
Totally, yeah.
And we made this demo. We made these 4 songs, and it was like we come from Manchester originally, so Manchester's like 2 hours away from London. 2 hours on a train with 200 miles, and it's like if we go with these tapes. They'll probably laugh us out of the building or something. So we came up with the idea of making our own record. Now, I know back in the 50s, used to do it in the States, but even that, everybody's kind of like, if I do a nice song, I'll get a deal from this big kind A&R man. And you got to suck dick and do everything else. So what the fuck, And somehow we come up with this idea for like £500, say $500 equivalent, we can make 1,000 records to the people we're playing to in Manchester. And it was like, it's seen as a stroke of genius now, but at the same time, it was a stroke of genius, but also a stroke of necessity. It was like, well, if we make our own record, we don't have to do all that begging record companies because I'm sure they're not interested. As soon as we did that, that inspired a lot of other bands to do it, because we was the first on the block back.
I smell a roast.
So, it's that time of year again. It is getting to be graduation season. Whether you're in college or in high school, it's just about that time of year.
Do you remember that feeling when it came closer and closer to that time? You just felt like you could just do anything and get away with it because school's ending.
God.
Especially your senior year.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, man, I'm totally done with this thing.
Yeah, you really get that sense of empowerment because you've been through the ringer for 12 plus years, and you're at the end of your senior year, and college could be on the horizon or military could be on whatever. There's something else than another year of high school on the horizon.
And you feel like you can get away with anything because you're just moving on. It's almost like I had that feeling when I moved away for a while where it was like, I'm never going to be here again. Fuck y'all.
Right. Right. So what I wanted to bring up, because it's that time of year, is the tried and true tradition of the senior prank.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, just a bunch of cups.
I was going to ask if they were K-cups. They kind of look like K-cups.
Yeah, no, they're just plastic cups. And I want to know from you guys watching the show, put it in those comments. Did your senior high school class, participate in a senior prank? What was your senior prank? Do you remember if you did or not? Because I was trying to rack my brain, too.
I know there was things that went on. Probably not in my grade because I'm pretty sure I was the evil doer of our class.
How big was your class? How big was your senior class?
98 people.
Wow,
that's
98 people.
My and they were all like straight A students except for me. I was the only delinquent, and I wasn't even around to even pull a prank. I really did not attend much school on my senior year, and I don't remember much. I'm pretty sure I was just going through school with my eyes rolled back, like just getting through it, you know.
My senior class had a handful of kids who did not.
How big was your graduating class?
I don't know the full number because I was about to say
a few hundred.
We had a handful of kids who did not walk across the aisle because they went to summer school or whatever.
Right.
But the official number of kids graduating at graduation was 412.
Wow.
I had a humongous
So probably
class.
close to like 500.
Yeah, I had a
kids.
humongous class.
Wow.
So I don't remember a senior prank from my specific class. I'm sure we did one. I wasn't a part of it, I don't think. But I remember hearing about a senior prank about years past that the seniors had taken a toilet and cemented it to the roof of the gym, which I guess is a prank.
That's funny, but very dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
First of all, somebody could get hurt putting it up there. I
Yeah.
can't imagine what it took to get up there.
Right.
And any one of these dummies could have gotten injured doing it.
Right.
But on top of that, what if that fell on somebody?
Right. Yeah.
Or the janitor hurts himself while trying to take care
Exactly.
of this.
And that's the thing, is I kind of wanted to roast this because, the senior prank is a tradition. It can be funny. It can be very, very bad and turn terrible. But it seems that the one person or people that are always the ones who lose in a senior prank is the poor janitor. Is the one who's got to clean all that up, like those.
I would suggest, if there are any seniors out there listening to our show,
Probably not.
Thinking of doing a prank, either tip your janitor,
Yeah.
or clean it up yourselves.
Yeah.
Prank's over.
Yeah.
Laughs were had. Now clean up after yourself, you jerk.
Some of the funny ones that I found from the internet that I wanted to bring up was one was I thought this was really funny. The whole class gathered on the quad of this one high school and started making it out like there was a fight. Like, fight. You remember those days, fight. And it was the whole class, like a huge circle of kids. And all the teachers came rushing out of the crowd to break up the fight. And they had to fight through, circles of kids to get to the center.
There's nothing in the middle?
As soon as they got to the center, it was two kids playing chess.
Oh, that's funny.
Which I thought was pretty funny. That's harmless.
Yeah.
Very, very harmless.
That's a good one.
One-
That's intelligent.
Another one, which is a prank I didn't do as a senior prank, but I did prank somebody like this before. Have you ever heard of forking someone's lawn?
Nope.
This is a prank that is funny, but a little bad. This high school senior class, they forked the football field. And what they did was they took the whole class and they took 25,000 plastic forks and stuck them into the football field. Now, you think this is innocuous, but what that means, you can't do anything after that other than pick them all up. You can't mow them. You can't suck them up because they're stuck in there. If you fork somebody's lawn, you literally have to unfork it to clean it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, super
pretty funny,
annoying.
though.
It's pretty funny.
Pretty harmless.
Pretty harmless. Here's one that's very, very normal. This is just one example, but it happens all the time. Rearranging the letters of something in a school to spell the wonderful word of penis. This was just a random one that I found, but I guess that had said bears at one point, and they rearranged it to say penis because that's always funny.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and a little detrimental. I'm sure that costs some money, to wreck those shrubs and stuff.
I'm sorry, worth it.
Yeah, worth it, right? Here's another one that's kind of funny. This senior class paid a mariachi band to follow their principal around all day. Which I'm sure is hilarious to begin with, but it gets to be like lunchtime and you're like, like, ah! Like,
I love that one as well.
Yeah.
Also harmless to the janitor.
Yeah, harmless
Nobody
to the
gets hurt.
janitor.
These are great.
But there are ones, like you said, you get to the end of your senior year and you think that nothing can touch you and, everything's fair game and pranks get out of hand. There are so many instances out there where you hear of kids literally getting arrested because they vandalized their school. That's not a prank, like throwing balloons of urine everywhere or graffitiing, teachers' classrooms or cars or that kind of thing, breaking car windows. Like vandalism is vandalism. I don't care when it is. You don't just get away with it because it's your senior prank.
That's a criminal charge.
Right.
That follows you into college and the rest of your life. That's what happens when you don't really think things through.
Yeah.
And you get caught up in that hive mind mentality. Everybody thinks it's funny. Then you show up and you're throwing a dolly through a bus window. It's not funny. Sorry, I just brought up Conor McGregor.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's
but
the
that's how
truth.
that stuff happens. Is you get a bunch of people in a room that thinks it's a good idea. You're not actually thinking it through, and then somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Or you get criminal charges against you.
Yeah.
And you're messing up your whole life. People just take everything too far, and that's what a lot of these roasts are about. Are people just bringing things too far?
The final one that I wanted to bring up is I've read this on multiple accounts of kids doing this, where they took a cow and they brought the cow up the stairs of their school and then left it on like the second or third or whatever floor of the school. And if you don't know, a cow's joints don't bend in the way that allow them to descend any type of staircase. So the cow is virtually then stuck there. There was one instance where this happened where a school had to get a crane to lift the cow out of the school. That cow lived. There are many instances where cows or various animals that are school mascots or stuff are screwed with school pranks and are dead because of it.
That's animal cruelty charges, by the way. That's usually a felony.
Yeah.
That's not funny or fun. There's a lot of people getting
easy to say
hurt.
this in retrospective because, again, when you said it at the top of this thing, remembering that feeling of being a high school senior,
and you think you're invincible.
You think you're invincible. You think that the world is your oyster and it doesn't matter because I am a high school senior. But looking back on it, 20 some plus years later, and it's like I'm looking back on it and being like, man, I was a dummy. But again, I'm not calling everybody out. I'm just saying, again, we do pick things on the roast of.
I'm calling everybody out. Fuck it. I'm calling you out.
That go too far, and there's fun pranks like some of the ones we talked about, but there's ones that just go a little bit too far.
Yeah, there's a way to be both funny, clever, and harmless.
Yeah.
I think the person who has it down the best is Eric Donovan, by the way.
That is true.
He's the best at pranking people harmlessly, but in a way that is just hilarious, and you just can't help but to laugh.
It is true.
D-Man's Death Wish Update. Brought to you by Death Wish Coffee.
Okay, D-Man. We got something coming out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, our new baseball T-shirts will be released tomorrow. Very limited count. They'll go fast. They went fast last time.
They did. And these are just like those the last time. The last time it was white and black, and these are red and black.
Yeah.
Matching our brand new era hat design. And I can't wait to get one of my very own.
Yeah, they're very cool. And we do have some coming of our very own.
Yes, we do. Yes,
great.
yeah. Every now and again, we get a perk for working at this company, which is nice. So.
And the baseball tees are in such high demand, not only for you guys, but for us. We love them as well. So everybody clamors about them when they're coming. So, man, if you want this shirt, get it tomorrow.
And I get it. I get it. Some people out there are like, screw the baseball tee, because it is a style. It's not just a normal T-shirt. It's a baseball style T-shirt. If it's your cup of tea, get on it tomorrow. It's coming out. Make sure you get yours before they sell out. If you don't like it, that's cool. We got a ton of apparel coming out this year, and I'm sure one of the things or multiple things is going to be right exactly what you want. Speaking of things coming out, I have it right here. You guys want to see the next mug?
Oh, man.
There it is. Look at that. I'm so excited about this.
Look at that denim.
So I just want to just preface this by saying we had originally planned on doing a Flag Day mug this year, but our fearless leader, Mike Brown, wanted to rein in the design a little bit and do it even better for next year. So be looking for a Flag Day mug next year. But our brand new mug coming out from Deneen in just a few weeks.
You're asking?
Maybe.
I mean, I'll give you a date if you want it.
No. We won't give a date. But it's coming out very soon. Is this, and it's the industrial logo. You probably have seen us put that out on various things. We did it on the variant hat last year, and we came out with a patch, I think. The bandana we did with it. And but this mug, and what is the thing I love about this mug is not only just the what is this called? The Traveler?
The Commuter.
The Commuter. I like this design, but I'm going to put up as high res of a photo as I can of this so you guys can see it. But this glaze, guys, it's denim. It really looks like denim.
Yeah,
that was the test mug that you have in your hand.
In fact, it says denim footed on the bottom of it.
Yeah, because Deneen was like, hey, we can do this. Here's a test mug of it.
I loved it so much, I snagged it. Thomas gave it to me. I was like, yes, it's mine.
I mean, if you guys can see, there's oranges and reds in there. It looks like the denim stitching. It's so cool. And there's no double glaze on top, so it just has that full-on denim.
And we've done,
God,
we've done commuters
Love
before, but this one looks a little bit bigger than the, than the last commuters that we did. Little secret about this, Jeff, that we didn't talk about. So with every golden ticket, which we will do with this mug, we have been doing a patch.
Yes.
And we're doing a patch for this one. We're doing the industrial patch, but we're doing it in denim.
Boom. Look at that.
You had it ready.
I forgot I had it ready. But there it is. Yeah, it's a denim patch. In case you guys can't tell, this is blue denim and not black. And it's going to look great on like a jean jacket that we happen to have sold last year or anything, really. I mean, I haven't put this on anything yet because I haven't found the perfect thing to put it on, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, so keep a look on out. We're going to be doing the golden ticket in what's next month?
June?
In early June. I don't know how months go, Jeff. I'm a grown-ass adult. I don't know how months go.
But yeah, if you guys don't know, I'll just break it down for you real quick. We started this a few mugs ago. Poor Dustin.
I'll make it.
We started this a few mugs ago, and it's been going so well. We're going to keep doing it where we do a golden ticket. And right before we release the actual mug, we release a golden ticket day where any order that day that you make on deathwishcoffee.com, you have the chance of getting a golden ticket. And just like Willy Wonka, that golden ticket's going to get you a super special prize. And what it's going to be is it's going to be our brand new mug, but in a completely different color
I don't know what glaze we're doing either.
I have no idea either.
It's a secret even to us.
But the cool thing is every order that day is going to get the collectible patch. So you win no matter what. No matter what, you're getting the patch, and then I don't even know the number. It's usually anywhere between 15 and 20 lucky people.
That number does vary. Once again, these are handmade, and when they're fired, we only have so many that we try to make. When they're fired, some of them don't make it.
Right.
So that number will vary. So don't be surprised. I actually don't know what it'll be. Those haven't been sent yet. So
yeah, we do. But that is the thing. With a handmade pottery mug. Especially when you're mass producing those, statistically speaking, some just break. Some break in the making process, the firing process. Some even break just shipping them to us. It sucks.
Yeah.
When we get a box and you open it up and like 3 of them, the handles are broken.
The handles are the first ones to go, right?
It just breaks your heart, but them's the breaks, as they
say. Your puns are on point today, sir.
But we're really excited about this mug, and we're excited for you guys to get it too. We cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this. This is our new thing. And finally, you guys are watching the show. We're going to keep you guys updated. Join the newsletter. But if you don't know about the text opt-in, you can text the word mugs to 484848. And the day that it's released, the day of the mug released, you'll get a text message that says literally, mug release is here, with a link to buy it. So you won't even have to go online. You can do it right from your smartphone. We have as many different ways as possible to let you guys know that our mugs are going to get released.
In high demand, man. You gotta do what the people want, and they want their mugs, and we're trying to get them to you as fast as possible. But speaking of new stuff,
yes,
this is probably one of my most favorite things we'll be doing this year.
Yes.
And it's very simple, but it's the simple things that make me happy.
Yes.
Is the pin set, which we've talked about before, and they're rubber clutches. But
boom, rubber clutch! I'm so excited about the rubber clutch.
So excited about them. Anyways, this pin set came out so cool, and in the pin set you have our logo. You have a pin of a pound of Death Wish coffee. You have a pin of our custom Death Wish Chemex, and then also our Fresh to Death design over a little diner mug there. Thomas Dragonetti himself designed every single one of these. They came in yesterday, and they look fucking fantastic.
I love that even the 1 pound bag has the little USDA fair trade sticker, and it's in green and white.
I love it.
For real.
See, that's the thing that makes things important to me. I love little stuff, little attention to detail like that. Now, if you want one, you got to move on it. because we only made 1,000.
Yeah.
Now some of them are here, so we won't be releasing the full 1,000. It'll be like 900 or something.
Yeah, because
like
we do. I mean, if you guys don't know, at Deathwish HQ, if you ever come and visit us, we do have a quasi storefront out in front because if people do come to buy coffee from us, and we want them to be able to buy some of our merchandise too, so we try to stock that with some of the things.
Which one's your favorite, Jeff?
I can't decide betwin. Now, obviously, the logo is awesome because I
Yeah.
like having that button.
And it's
anyway.
a giant pin,
Yeah.
too. That's like the size of a quarter.
But I can't decide between the Fresh to Death mug because it says Fresh to Death. I love that. Or the Chemex. I think the Chemex is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the 1 pound bag. I don't know why. It's that small attention to detail that really nails it for me.
Yeah. I love all four, and if you guys love these and make this sale a success, I can guarantee we're going to do more in the future because what a cool product. I know that pin collecting is a huge thing out there.
Yeah.
And when Thomas was designing these, he had like 10 other variants because how much fun is it to design pins, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so make this a success, guys, when this comes out, and you will keep on doing these, and it'll be how cool will that be to one day have like 20 Deathwish pins or something like?
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be rad. And I think that's it.
That's it. I don't have any more secrets for you guys. I gotta go home.
All right. That's the show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. One last time, share this feed, and if you haven't dropped a comment, just drop a comment in the comments below. And one lucky winner when we sign off is going to get this 2018 Hammer mug right here. I mean, I love this mug. It is my morning mug, is this mug. And it can be yours, too. D-Man and myself will sign the bottom. We'll send it right out to the winner. And every single week we try to give away a mug. So if you don't win this week, come on back and see us next week, and maybe you'll be the winner. Can't thank you guys enough for enjoying the show, sharing the show, telling your friends about it, commenting, being in the comments. We're trying to make some really fun, interactive entertainment for you guys. And it's been a lot of fun doing this, and we're going to continue to just make this better and better every single week. Finally, make sure you follow us on social media. You'll know when new shows are happening. You'll know when new products are coming out. You'll know some insights about Deathwish. You'll get some fun pictures of my cat. I don't know. Just follow us on social media. I am at Jeff Wish Coffee.
At Deathwish Dustin.
It's that easy. And we will see you guys next week with a brand new show. But don't forget, tune in tomorrow for a brand new podcast, number 74, with Steve Diggle of the iconic band Buzzcocks. You don't want to miss this episode. It's awesome.
It's a doozy. Cheers, everybody.
We'll see you next week.